Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing the famous boiling crab seafood boil. For your ingredients, you're going to need cayenne pepper, lemon pepper, Cajun seasoning, paprika, Old Bay, and brown sugar. And for the sides, I'm doing red potatoes and corn. You're going to need an extra bowl and a tablespoon to measure out the seasonings. Okay, so to get started, we're gonna boil water. I normally add sugar and butter to the water for the corn. It makes the corn a little bit sweeter. Okay, so before we get started, we're gonna chop our garlic. It doesn't have to be finely chopped. You could do it really finely or however you like. I normally chop it really small because I don't like eating the whole garlic. So I try to make sure it's small. For this, you need about 4 garlic heads. And just chop them up. If you don't want to chop it up, there's also chopped garlic at Costco, or you can find them maybe at in Super or Northgate, but I prefer fresh. So after we do this, we put our heat to about a medium, and we add the butter. For butter, you do need a lot. If you're gonna be using butter sticks, you need about 7 butter sticks. If not, about half of a tub. The butter is the one that's going to be the sauce for the boil. So you have to make sure you have a lot of butter, or else your shrimp's going to be dry. I only had a little bit less than half a tub of butter, so I'm going to be adding an extra stick of butter. So as you can see, this is how your butter should look. We're going to let it melt but make sure it doesn't melt or else it's gonna break. Your solids are gonna break with the milk and it's gonna be watery. It's not gonna be a consistent that you need for the seafood boil. So just stir it. And this is how my corn's looking so far. So we're gonna let that come to a simmer. And once it's simmering, we're gonna add the garlic. So I'm gonna set this aside for now. So for the mix, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of each seasoning. For the cayenne pepper, I put 2 because my husband likes spicy food. But if you don't like spicy food, you could just put 1 of each, 1 of cayenne pepper and 1 of paprika. Okay. And this is how it's gonna look. We're just gonna mix it. And we wait till everything's ready. The brown sugar, we're gonna add it to the pan once we add the seasoning. So it should look like this. And for my shrimp, I use 3 pounds. Okay, so this is how it's looking. It's still not fully melted, just keep stirring. Since it's almost fully melted, we could add the garlic. Okay. And then we just wait for it to simmer a little bit, and then we add the seasoning. Make sure to be stirring your pot so it doesn't burn. Once you see that the butter and the garlic are coming to a little boil, you add your seasoning. You could also do steamed rice. I'm gonna do that a little bit later because I'm letting the corn and also the potatoes cook. If you don't want corn or potatoes, you could also do sausage. I don't really like sausage, so I'm just doing corn and potatoes. But you don't have to do none of that. You could just do the shrimp. Starting to smell bomb. Okay. Okay, so it's starting to simmer a little bit. So we're gonna add the seasoning. And just stir it. It's already starting to smell bomb. Once it starts boiling, then we're gonna add the brown sugar. The brown sugar is actually for the sauce to stick to the shrimp. Because if you don't add the sugar, your it's not gonna stick to the sauce. Okay, so we keep stirring. The sauce is already starting to get thick. You could also add lemon right now, or you could do it after you serve it. I usually do it after I serve it. I don't really like it on here. it's starting to simmer a little bit. So we're gonna add the brown sugar. You're gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons. And this is only to help the sauce stick to the corn. I mean the sauce stick to the shrimp. Okay. So your shrimp should be already clean. You should wash it, and it's already simmering. So that's when we go ahead and add the shrimp. We also don't let our shrimp cook a lot because it's gonna be hard to peel if you let it overcook. So maybe about 3-4 minutes and it should be ready. Just let it boil a little bit. It doesn't take a long time to cook, so you shouldn't be worried about if you're gonna be in the kitchen the whole day because it's really quick. So while we let that simmer a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and add our little red potatoes. You could use the big ones, but I like these. These have a little bit, to me, they have a little bit more of a flavor. And just add them with the corn. Okay, so I'll be right back to show you the end result, but this is how it should be looking.